Self-discipline is key to success. The single most important attribute to becoming successful is self-discipline.
Effective leaders recognize when new behaviors, attitudes, or skills are needed and accept responsibility for developing them.
Our job is to deliver a leadership program that not only gives you the chance to step back and understand the shifting demands placed on you and your team, but also help you identify how to deliver change and expand your leadership capacity.
When people ask me, and they do in Q&A all the time, John, what is your greatest leadership challenge? I always give them the same answer. My greatest leadership challenge is leading me. That's my biggest problem. My biggest leadership problem is John Maxwell. Yeah, leading me. See, it's much easier to lead you. My gosh, I'm teaching you these lessons on developing the leader within you. It's so easy to lay out these thoughts, these ideas, give you these steps to do it. It's so good. And then when I'm done, I leave you. It's just wonderful. Good luck. See, it's easier to teach what I know than it is to live what I know. Teaching is easy. Living it, it's more difficult. And that's where self-discipline comes into play. In my book, Intentional Living, and when I teach it, one of the things I do for people is I give them a visual. And this is a visual that works for intentional living, but it's a terrific visual for self-discipline. I always do this. Because what I want you to know, what I want to know, what I want to know, is that everything worthwhile is uphill. Everything. There is nothing in your life, there is nothing in my life that's worthwhile, that's quick and easy. It's all uphill. You have to fight for it every day. You have to climb for it every day. Doesn't come to you. It's not in 3 easy packages, and it's not the cure to overnight success. It's like one guy said, all my life I've worked hard at being an overnight success. Everything worthwhile is uphill. Now the problem is we have downhill habits. Now if you have downhill habits and you have uphill hopes, you're in trouble. And the only way that you go uphill is by self-discipline. So listen to me very carefully. It's impossible for you to have continuous success without having self-discipline in your life. Impossible.
We have to understand the background to emotions. Thoughts come into our mind. We process those thoughts through our understanding of the environment, and over a long period of time, we create imprint into our subconscious mind. And from there, from how we interact with the environment and how we respond, people see our emotions. It is very difficult subject to explain to the ordinary person outside, learning institutions. Psychologists have detailed, layout of how we come and develop our emotions. But let me put it in a very simple way for everyone who's watching to understand. And this is very key to our development. We are still on the path of developing ourselves, personal growth. So we started with thought. Thoughts have 3 basic qualities, characteristics. Number 1, they are random. And random, they come through our minds randomly. We don't choose, we don't control. and they don't really mean a lot. They just come, and if we don't grow them, if we don't entertain them, they just disappear. And it is from there, those thoughts that we choose to entertain is where our emotions come from. One of the frequent emotions we come across is fear. Fear has made it difficult for many people to live their dream. You fear to take risks. You fear what other people will say about you, public opinion. What will they say when they see you doing A, B, C? That is fear. You fear some things that are unrealistic. They don't exist. You just have that phobia. So we want to go into how we can be in control of our emotions. To start, it is we have a choice on how we react emotionally. We have a choice. That thought that comes into your mind, you have the choice to either entertain it or reject it. That is where the choice comes from. To feel better, live better, relate well with others, and make better decisions, we have to improve our ability to direct our thoughts through our filters, our own filters, so that we are in a position to create lasting and good habits in the end, so that we realize positive outcomes. There is a philosopher. He was an emperor those days in the Roman Empire. He's called Marcus Aurelius. He said, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your own estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. To be in control of how we interpret external events is to have the ability to create positive outcomes. Outside events, things that you cannot control, should not control you, should not determine how you feel. That is in essence what this philosopher is saying. He's saying the outside world should not determine how you respond, how you feel, how you project yourself. Your behavior should not be determined by the outside world. Let me give you an example. In a small village, there was a child, in fact a teenager, was sent to buy gallons of milk, and he took his bicycle to go buy the milk. When he was coming back, this person got involved in an accident, and the bicycle and him and the milk fell on the ground. So people came around and were sympathizing with him. Oh, if you could do this, you could do that, you should be more careful, not to do this, you should have taken care because you are riding a bicycle and you are carrying milk. So one person came over and he said, young man, what you have done is not something very good. It is an accident, but let me save your situation. I'll give you some money so that you can go back and get fresh milk. And these people who are standing next to you are naturally not bad people, so they will contribute to the milk you are going to buy. So people started, giving this person small money, small change, and within a short time, the young man accumulated good amount of money, more than, in fact, he will have sold the milk as profit. So one of the bystanders who was watching came over to the boy and asked him, what would you have done if that man could not have come and saved your situation? The young man said, I don't know. But for your information, this person is my employer. He's my boss. So he has saved the situation. The lesson here, we're not talking about the moral part of the story, whether it is ethical or not for the business owner to do that. What we are concerned about is how you think and project yourself in times of crisis. He has taken to look at it on the positive side, not to mourn over, the crisis and what he has lost and how he will rebuke the young man and all that. He chose to take it in a positive way and get the situation a better way. So people may not always tell you what they are thinking about you. But if you watch very carefully, you will see how they feel about you. The feeling is the uncontrollable part of us. We cannot control our emotions because our emotions are derived from long practiced, over a period of time, long practiced thoughts that have come into our minds. We have entertained them, we have grown them. It's just like a tree. If you plant a seed today, you're not going to harvest tomorrow. You have to wait for some time for the seed to grow and mature over a period of time. So the same way, our thoughts, if we entertain our thoughts, nurture our thoughts, they become our emotions. And the choice is with us, whether to entertain negative thoughts so that at the end we benefit from negative outcomes, or we entertain our positive thoughts. We choose to entertain positive thoughts so that at the end we benefit and positive outcomes come out of it. No one can put you in a difficult situation. It is you who can allow external forces to put you in difficult situation. The choice is with you, and you decide whether you want to live your life the way you want, or whether you want other people to decide for you what to do. There is a quote at the end, I want to mention it to you. Napoleon Hill says, whatever the mind of man can think and imagine, it can achieve. And that is the bottom line. Whatever you can think and imagine, you can actually achieve. Whatever you think you cannot achieve, you will not achieve. If it is your first time you are coming across this video, please hit subscribe and turn on notification. Thank you for watching.